that is asking us, what have you done? So we believe that it's just a beginning. There are people who will be able to do more than that, and who should be able to do more than that. Such will actually assuage the pains that some people will feel they are going through. And in actual sense, 1,000, most of us, the credit we load on our assets to call so and so here and there, that doesn't even have much of value on the education of our children. We spend more than that. But the problem has always been that when people hear it is government saying do this, they will say no. You can't do it. We are paying tax. We are doing this. We are doing that. But those Western countries we are looking at and we are making patterns, go and ask them. Nothing is free there. They pay for most of these things, and they pay heavily. And that's why it's not too much for anybody to sacrifice. And the 1,000 is not even, they say annually. Not as if you are paying in a month and then pay another 1,000 the following month. It's 1,000 in a year for every taxable adult. I think it should not be too much a sacrifice for any citizen of Ondo State to pay, to ensure that we move our schools forward. Primary schools, government has done a lot. Even with all we are doing, you can see during the recent rainstorm, some of the schools that we thought were pattern and were looking at as place of pride, roofs were blown away. How do we take care of all these emergencies? Salaries are there to be paid. Capital projects of road constructions, they are going on. And there's the health facilities, the Unimed Ondo, Unimed Akure, construction work is almost completed on a very solid modern hospital with solid infrastructures, facilities that will be placed there. It's all money, and we all know that the revenue coming from the federation account is dwindling. Thank God the civil service is also coming alive. That's why I said the civil service is actually fulfilling its mandate. Because now our revenue is not the way it used to be. The IGR of Ondo State is now looking upwards. And it's getting better each day. And how are we getting that? It's all through the activities and functionalities of the public servants. So we acknowledge that, and we believe we can still go further. But to complement government's effort in the education sector, particularly for our secondary schools, it is felt that we need to sacrifice whatever little we can to ensure that we encourage the corporate organizations that will also be donating to that thing, to show that we in Ondo State, we are committed to educational advancement and progress, and that we want to assist government to ensure that the dream of making Ondo State a pride of place in terms of education is achieved. I think that is what I have to say. Waste management. Thank you for the question on waste management. You see, we are bridging it, you see, to ensure that the society is actually, our environment is, we must acknowledge the fact that things are not the same. Population-wise, Akure is not what it used to be compared with what it used to be about 5-6 years ago. In fact, there are some areas now, when you go there, maybe you go, some of us want to attend naming ceremony of, and you go to some areas, you'll be wondering that as Akure developed up to this point, and all these people in all those, what do we call it now, ASCIIs, interiors, they will come to the town, they will come to the market. A lot of waste, as the population is growing, waste are being generated. And it's becoming also more challenging for government. And that's why government felt it's not all about saying that we have a waste management agency. Government has also commissioned a private agent to also complement the efforts of the waste management agency in ensuring that we keep our cities, major cities, clean. And so it is a function of, a collaboration between waste management agency board and then the private sector participants. But I must tell you there are some challenges. And the challenges the PSP, those who are private sector participants, are facing now is that what we are paying to them for waste collection is not commensurate with the input, the capital they are investing into the project. And so to most of them, it's no more profitable and they are trying to withdraw. That is why we are seeing some of the problems we are seeing. That's why you see that in most of your areas now, the PSP that is expected to operate there, you won't see them. Because most of them are saying it's better they give up. To buy a truck, you know how much it costs. But I know a lot of times when they come out in some of our neighborhoods, just to pay 500 naira a month, they will almost be throwing punches. People will be throwing punches. Kill and say, what are you doing? This one. And at the end of the day, 500 naira. In fact, when you look at a whole street populated by about maybe, let's say, 50 adults. 50 buildings that are expected to pay 500 naira. You may end up, the PSP may end up getting, at the end of the month, 10 of them willingly paying. Some may say, I don't have 500 naira, collect 200 naira.